In the heart of the peaceful Emerald Valley, there lived a gentle dragon named Elder. His scales were a shimmering green, and his eyes carried the warmth of 1,000 suns. Elder was beloved by all the creatures that inhabited this lush realm, from the playful deer to the wise old owl. He looked after the forest with great care, nurturing its life and offering protection to those who sought refuge. One early spring morning, while Elder basked in the golden morning light, a small bluebird fluttered into the valley, quite lost and rather terrified. The bird, named Pip, had been swept away from its family by a sudden storm. Upon seeing the massive dragon resting in the meadow, Pip froze, trembling at the sight of Elder's enormous form. Elder, noticing the frightened little bird, curled his long tail gently around himself. To appear less imposing, Elder lowered his head to the ground to meet Pip's gaze, speaking in a voice that rumbled softly like distant thunder. "Do not fear, little one. I am Elder, protector of these lands." Pip hesitated, his tiny heart pounding. But Elder's eyes spoke kindness. They were pools of emerald so deep and true that Pip found a flutter of courage within. I'm lost," Pip stammered, his voice as fragile as a whisper. Elder nodded understandingly and offered his wing as a shelter. Over the next few days, Elder guided Pip through the valley, showing him the best places to find food and introducing him to other friendly creatures like the chatty squirrels and the dignified fox. Meanwhile, in the nearby village, rumors of a fearsome dragon spread. Tales trickled through tavern tales and fireside whispers, igniting caution and fear amongst the villagers. They did not know Elder as the creatures of the valley did. To them, dragons were nothing more than bringers of destruction and chaos. But Elder, unfazed by the tales, continued his gentle reign over the valley, unaware of the villagers' growing concerns. One day, a villager wandered too far into the valley, injured and weary. It was then that Elder's compassion extended beyond the forest's edge. He provided the man with water from a clear brook and a place to rest, coaxing his fears with gentle warmth. When the villager returned home, his story was one of gratitude rather than fear. Slowly, more villagers ventured into the valley. Each returned with tales of the dragon's kindness and wisdom. Elder proved that true strength lies in compassion and understanding. The valley continued to thrive under his watchful eyes, and Elder's name transformed from one of whispered fear to celebrated legend. Even the once skeptical Pip learned the best lesson of all: appearances do not define one's true nature. In time, an unspoken promise grew, a bond between the valley and the village, binding them with threads of trust, spun together by the gentle hand of a dragon.